the sun, the evening sun is hot. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining. This evening, I would like for us to discuss a very important topic. And I don't know who have looked at the topic, but I would love for us to have a discussion on it, because I'm sure if you're an adult, at some point it may have crossed your mind. Liam, how are you doing? Liam, as you can see, I'm in the sun, and when you're in the sun, it's kind of difficult to see the screen. How are you? How have you been? Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So as I said earlier, I have a topic. I'm doing good. Okay, yes, so I'm in the sun, and you know, being in the house all day, trying to come out for a little bit. JB, oh God, JB, you don't know how you make me heart feel when I see you. Trust me, this should help a little bit. Blessings, my darling, blessings, blessings. Yeah, man, I'm glad to see you, JB. Trust me. So this evening, you know, as we age, we look at life differently. As we age, we think about certain things more, especially if you're in a certain position. If you, all right, I can only speak for me, so I'm not at home. May I take in little sun, JB? I'm taking a little sun. I've been in the house all day, almost every day. And from morning, I am supposed to take a walk outside. And everything is keeping me inside. So I'm taking a little bit of the sun. I'm just keeping myself hydrated. Alright, yeah man. I had a half bottle of water. I just had it about the same amount as in this one. And I just had it, and I just opened that one and pour it on the rest of what was in here. So I'm keeping myself hydrated. How are you, JB? So thank you all, everyone, for joining. All right, yeah man. So as I was saying earlier, as we age, as we get older, our thoughts and our focus shifts. All right, we no longer have certain urges to do the same things as young people. Colton, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. How are you? How have you been? I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, Liam, thank you so much. Each time I go live, most of the times you are the first who is here. Thank you so much. And you stay here most of the time with me until I'm almost done or till I'm done. I appreciate it. Grayson, I'm not typing names this evening. We are having a discussion, all right? So thank you so much for coming, for joining. If you will look out for me, I will try to make it tomorrow evening. Why I have not been here every evening as before is because I have been in and out of hospital. All right, in and out of hospital. I've been sick, I've been up, I've been down, and here I am this evening. I'm feeling much better. I still have to go back to the hospital tomorrow though, JB. Back to the hospital again to check where my levels are. So that's my life. That's how it is. I appreciate it so, so much. Thank you. This evening, I want us to take a look at the legacy we are going to leave behind as older folks. As we age, things shifts. The focus shifts. Something changes. All right, I'm trying to keep the device out of the sun a little bit. But let me know if you're seeing me clearly though. I know you're supposed to be seeing me clearly. So, things shifts, persons lose perspective or they gain different perspective on life. And one such is how we focus on what we are leaving behind. And I don't mean necessarily valuables. All right? I don't mean material things. I don't really mean like your house, your car, your jewelry, because I have none of those, only a house. All right? That's all I have. And whatsoever is inside that house. So we start to evaluate or re-evaluate expectations from our children. We start re-evaluate and reassess how we look at life, how we look deeply into things. And JB, as an elder like myself, I'm sure that he can relate. If Miss Gay was here, I'm sure that she could relate also. And all those other older folks. If they're not that I'm saying that we are old, but we are older. That's why I said older folks. All right. That's right. That's right, JB. All right. Grayson, I know it's boring. I know. I'm sorry about that. I know. It's okay. It's okay. That's your opinion. And if it's boring, it's okay if you leave, all right? When I'm typing names, then you can return, all right, darling? But I'm still thankful that you are here. This is not something for young children. That's why I said it earlier. This is not the children's segment, all right? And yes, it's gonna be boring for you. It's gonna be very boring, all right? All right. So, as we age, there are certain things that we look at. Let me change something here. Let me change some stuff. All right. Now, our children gain independence. God bless you, Grayson. Thank you. Thank you, my love. All right. So, our children now has gained economic independence. They have totally gained independence. If you have those kind of children who loves to go out and work, they want to know work. And children, when they are younger and they see how much mommy or daddy works, we call it how we slave. We go on the slavery. But it's just a term, all right? It's just a term. No, we go out and we work so hard. And in their minds, at such a young, tender age, they want to help mommy. They want mommy to stop working so hard. And they start to form stuff in their minds. Welcome, 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 my friends. This is not. Thank you for the star. Thank you so much, Shinbu, for the star. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's okay, J Brown. J Brown, it's okay, my darling. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying to him or her. Not sure if that's a boy or a girl. Grayson. because you know sometimes persons have female names, male names, so I don't want to call him or her out of. But however, that child is growing and that child sees how hard that parent work, and they're like, I want to work hard just like mommy, or when I get old I'm not gonna work as hard as mommy. And they start to formulate from that young age, and they think, and they will toy with certain ideas. This is what I want to be when I grow old. This is what I want to be when I grow up. All right? And they will think about these things, and their focus shifts from time to time, and they will say, no, I don't think I really like being a doctor anymore. No, I don't want to be a lawyer, it's too hard. As soon as they start to get older, and when I say get older, I don't mean like adulthood, I mean like children, and they realize that these come with a lot of studying. They're saying, I don't want to do that. I want to do business for myself. We have to support our children in whatever, in most cases, because you're not going to support them in everything. Because sometimes they're not going to tell us some of the things that they think about, some of the things that they think of doing, some of the things that they would want to do. They're not going to tell you that. And when they reach a certain age, sometimes too, they will go and do certain things that you're not proud of. All right? Now, this is just the reality of life. I was watching content yesterday, a shorts, and it is this gentleman who he's always reacting to people's videos, and this young lady that he reacted to, she was saying she's just coming from work. To the sound of it, she is a server, and she did not make any money. She made a little over $50, and she was very upset over it. And she was cussing. Boy, she was cussing. Because she's too pretty for this, and she would rather go on a pole, and she don't have to do anything other than just be pretty. So the mindset of our young people, we don't have no control over that. All right? But what we can do is to try and steer them in the right direction. No, that is where, let me say, that is where our job steps in, or that is how we leave our legacy with them. Because no, we can say to them, we are the ones who actually, we are the ones who sometimes they try to emulate us, and we will change their course if needs be, if we see that this is not something that is fitting for them. You should know your children's capabilities, and listen, never tell your child that he can't or she can't do that, or she can't do this, he or she can't. Don't ever say that. You have late bloomers, as we would call them. They are not dunce. We used to call those children dunce. But did you know that you have people who learn in older stages of their life? I did not learn math until I was probably in my 30s. That's when I kind of grasped the concept of certain mathematics ideas. So people learn at different stages. Don't call them dunce. Duncey Billy. Pretty dunce. Those are some of the names that I can remember. You remember any J Brown, when somebody is pretty or somebody is handsome and they can't learn nothing? What they used to call them. No, we shouldn't even be labeling people. It is not nice. But we used to do it. We were young. We did not care. We used to tease people. I used to tease people. When I see them walking funny, yeah, I used to do that. We were all children, and that is why when my children, when they are small and they do certain things, I know. I said, listen, I was young too. All right. So don't believe that you can fool me, because I know what you are capable of, and they will try to fool you. But you, as a parent, should know your child, all your children. You should know them. No, that is why we are called parents, to guide them and to steer them. Thank you. And especially today, JB, did you know that you see how when my children used to go to school and they used to learn every day. I have one daughter especially. Every day she come from school, she's singing. I was wondering if I sent her to a choir. Because every day she come home and you ask her what she learned, she don't learn nothing, but she's singing. And you will give them the book, and the book is destroyed. They can't find the pencils. Sometimes you have to give them one pencil per day. What I used to do when I go to school, like for PTA, sometimes I would go and get them from school, and I would see pencils lying around. I pick up those pencils. I don't know how many parents do it, but I used to do it because it's lying there. Someone lost the pencil. School has dismissed already. I pick up those pencils and I carry them home, because every day I have to give my children their tools. And those times I did not have money to buy a pencil every day. So when I go to PTA, sometimes I used to go to the school and help out, whether in the canteen or just to be at the school for some for some reason. No, I would see these pencils outside on the play field or however it is, and I would pick up those pencils. Probably I will find one, two, or a piece, a half a pencil. I pick them up and I carry them home. And when my children want pencil for the other day, it's not every day that they would lose pencil, but they would have their tools. The only thing I did not have to give my children was their textbooks. Many times I did not have it, I could not afford it. But we teach them. There you go, JB. That is the legacy that you are leaving with your children. You are trying to give them, prepare them for tomorrow. That's the legacy. You have parents who don't send their children to school. You have parents who don't care if their children goes to school. But, however, you are putting your best foot forward in sending your children out. And that is the legacy that you are going to leave for your children, because they are going to need it. Not every child is going to become a principal, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a lawyer, a doctor, a physician. I said doctor already, but whatever. And the doctors have their different specialities. No, not all our children are gonna be those persons, but you encourage them nonetheless. Some are gonna be farmers. We need food. Look at our society today. We need food. It seems as if I have strayed from my topic that I was originally to talk about. But however, JB, please don't come at me. Don't come at me. Not today. All right. Now we have we have so how society is this today. It is mostly foods that they make, lab foods, and GMO, genetically modified. You're not getting real food today again. The foods that you're getting is not good. However, if those children, if you teach them, look at the sun. You notice, JB, the sun is kind of taking its time going in. However, JB, I love you. Trust me. Let me tell you something. Layla, I'm sorry. Today is not for the kids, all right? Tomorrow evening, I will try to be here around this time to do the names, all right? It's a boring evening this evening. I'll be honest with you. It's boring. It's for the older folks today, all right, Layla? But tomorrow, all right? Tomorrow, I will try to be here. Bray, hello. How are you? Welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome. Remember to hit the like, man. Remember to hit the like as you join, all right? Remember to hit the like as you join. And I don't know how to make the heart, you know, guys. I don't know. Look here. Is it this way? Is it this way? I don't know how to make the heart. Is it like this? My heart is not the perfect heart, all right? But yeah, much love, 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 all right? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's right. That's right. Much love, my friends. Much love. Much love. Much love. Thank you so much. Hit the like, guys. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Thank you. Thank you. No, as I was saying earlier, thank you so much for the floating hearts. Thank you so much for the floating hearts. All right. Thank you so much, Bray. Thank you, Liam. You're still here. And I did not see Ohio Guy. Welcome. Thank you each and every one of you who are here. Just hit the like as you join and subscribe if you haven't. All right. Fit the hearts. Thank you so much. My heart is not perfect. It's not perfect, but I try. All right. I do try. I do try. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the floating. Thank you for the floating. Thank you for the floating. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, the legacy we leave behind for our children, you send them to school, provide for them the proper tools, and encourage them. You help them, assist them to do their homework, because you know, children, if you give them... Thank you, Bray. Thank you so much. If you don't encourage your child or your children and you allow them to just be on the tablet, I know that's what you were trying to write. All right, thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much for the compliment. All right, yes, but I'm sorry I have not been here much from the other day. You were not here when I was saying it, and I had to be in and out of the hospital. All right, in and out of the hospital. It's okay, you're fine, it's okay. And because of that, I have not been able to be here ardently as I used to. All right, sometimes I don't have the energy. Thank you so much, Bray. See you soon. All right, see you soon. Have a good evening now, or a good night, or a good morning, a good day, wherever. Goodbye. Love you, my sweetie. Love you. Now, support your children in whatever way possible. If that child wants to be a farmer, allow the child to be what he or she wants to be. If that child wants to be a person who does landscape, help that child, encourage that child. All right. If that child wants to cut yard and make it beautiful, that's a craft. That is a craft. All right. That person can start a business for him or herself. But encourage a child. Encourage that child. Don't tell the child that he can't do that, or why couldn't he be something. I have watched so much movies, and you see the parent, the mother especially, will belittle the daughter and tell them that they are going to disown them because they are not with the man who they, the parent, would want them to be with. We all want what is best for our children. We all want what is best. Thank you for the floating hearts. We all want what is best for our children, but we cannot choose for them. We cannot choose their life. We cannot choose their lifestyle. We cannot choose whatever they want to be. When they grow up and they want to be a soldier, a police, a gardener, a housekeeper, persons are passionate in those fields, and persons will have their diploma in different areas. And when they have, please do not, Arthur, good evening and welcome to my live stream. Please do not ask those kinds of questions here. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, our children should be nurtured and taught how to be upstanding persons in society in whatever area they want to be. We should encourage them, teach them, make them more successful, make them more adult ready. No, if your child wants to be a housekeeper, that child can be the very best housekeeper there is. That child can now become a manager, a supervisor, step up the rank, a hotel manager, CEO, whatever, for their own business. Do not ever disencourage a child. All right? Free will doesn't always stand for adults. That stands for kids too, when it comes to what they want to be in the future and who they want to be with too. That's right. That is right, Liam. I wonder if you're really a child, because when you come here and you type, it's as if it's an adult typing, but you are totally correct. That's why I say we should encourage them, whatever they want to be, even when they are small. When one of my sons were small and he said to me, "Mommy, I want to be a farmer," I said, fine. I said, that is so good. You know what he is today? He's a mason. He builds house. He did not tell me that's what he wants to become. He said he wanted to become a farmer. And people would look at him, look down at him. I don't disencourage my children from whatever they want to be. I encourage them. You can be the very best version of yourself. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, you can, as long as you do it with pride. I was a housekeeper for many years and I loved what I did. I really did. No, there is no job. Even if you want to become a garbage collector, working in the garbage, whatever they call it, where the recycle, whatever, the garbage, the dumps, there has to be someone to do these jobs. And that is why you don't have everyone having that high class education or being educated. Some people don't have the brain to be bright sparks. Not everyone is gonna have that kind of brain, the high HQ. All right? No, we have to work with what we have. If this is what you have dealing with, you just have to work with it. Make the best of it. Encourage that child. Don't let that child ever feel less. Don't tell that child he can't be what he wants to be. So back to my original topic. And this topic is something that is this topic that I am on here. You got a bowl of watermelon for me? Oh, boy. Thank you so, so much. I love watermelon. How did you know that I love watermelon? How did you know that I love watermelon? I had almost a whole watermelon between yesterday and the day before. That watermelon is probably weighing about more than 5 pounds, probably more than 6 pounds. It's huge. It's a huge watermelon. I can't show you how huge it is because of the orientation of the phone, but it's big. Most children loves fried chicken. Most people love fried chicken. I love fried chicken too. And JB says whenever we have whenever we kids want to do whatever our kids want to do in life, we have to support them and love them. Amen. Avari, guys, can you do me one favor? Just hit the like as you join. Just hit the like as you join, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Thank you so, so much. Avari, welcome and thank you for coming. Thank you so, so much. No, I think I'm going to stick to this topic. Chris Holmes said, welcome, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Anybody who hasn't got the capacity or intelligence to understand the scientific evidence that proves evolution beyond doubt is an absolute half-wit. Oh, Lord. Chris, you're something else. Chris, thank you so much. You are something else. Much love, Chris. Much love, much love, much love. Thank you so, so much. Oh, my goodness. And you are right. You are right. But we have to encourage our little ones, right? We can't allow people outside to encourage them for us. A bowl of watermelon, plate of fried chicken, big glass of grape soda or Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness. No, that was me as a child. Not the watermelon part, but yeah, my fried chicken and my Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness. Or my lemonade, where I make my own lemonade. And it's not the pink lemonade. It's just regular lime squeezed into some water with sugar, mix it up, and you got a cool glass with ice of lemonade. That's what we call lemonade, all right? So, our legacy that we leave with our children should be encouragement. That's heaven. Woo. Don't I know that? Don't I know it? So, we have to encourage our children in whatever way we can. All right? Economic independence, as I said before, mental health awareness. They are now more aware of what is happening in their lives. Our young ones, they stress too, you know. Our young children, yeah. They do undergo stress as well. I'm happy I'm outside. I need to go get me a glass. I need to go get me some ice. I'm gonna get me some ice. I will be right back, my friends. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. I am back. I am back, my friends. If I was inside, I wouldn't be drinking this much water. I'm happy. Thank you so much, Liam. I'm happy outside. When I'm in the house, I don't really want water. Thank you so much, Liam. Okay, so let us continue to encourage our young ones. Not necessarily our children, but the young ones, all right? There are a lot of children who needs encouragement, and their parents are not there to do that. So we have to play the role. We have to play that part. Now, how we view parent child parent relationship is changing. I remember as a child, I would hear children should be seen and not heard. Is that the case today? No, that's not the case. Children are free to speak up. Children speaks when they are scared, when they are hurting. Once when someone hurt you, are scared to talk because you might get a beating or flogging for complaining, because it must have been something that you did. Today, that's not the case. That's not the case today. And depending on where you are, depending on who you are. So, I am almost 1 hour, and I am still just at the beginning of the conversation. Now, when children gets older, stage by stage, step by step, things change. When they were young, just born, you had to carry them. You had to breastfeed them. Some, very few children may not have been breastfed, but however, you still had to carry them. You still had to feed them. All right? And as they get older, you wean them from the bottle or from the breast to solid foods or to liquid foods. I used to give my children cornmeal porridge, a lot of cornmeal porridge that I made myself. So I would make my cornmeal porridge most of the time, and that's what my children would have. I could not afford tin feeding a lot of the times. So that's another story. But however, you have to feed those children. You have to provide for them housing, clothing, everything. School, you send them to school, the whole 9 yard. You have to do that. As they get older, however, things changes. Remember now, they are not sipping from a bottle anymore or a sippy cup, and you're not feeding them anymore. They are now learning to feed themselves. Now they can feed themselves. Now they can cook for themselves. You are teaching them independence. So step by step, stage by stage. And I'm sure sometimes we miss the toddler, when they would say certain things and you can hardly make out what they are saying, and whatever you say they would repeat what you say, and you have to chase behind them. All of that has changed because they have now grown. They have gotten bigger, they have gotten older, and they are more mature in their thoughts, in their thought process. So you don't have to be chasing them anymore. All right. Now, they're now in high school. You don't have to take them to school anymore. They are now going to school on their own. Liam says a lot of the time as a kid, I had to mostly take care of myself because my mother was gone most of the time, 1 to 3 days at a time. Really. I was always there for my children. I was always there. Always. I hardly had a job, and I don't know how I did it, but I was always there. It's the longest that I've ever been away from my children, going 4 years this year. but I've always been at home. I would go out in the morning, perhaps when I do get a job, and come back in the evenings. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here, guys. Remember to hit that like as you join. Remember to hit like as you join. Thank you so, so much. It's really a pleasure seeing you here with me. All right. So our children are now into high school. They are now cooking for the family because they can now do that. All right. And if you are in Jamaica, it's kind of different. But here, the children can now get a summer job or maybe an evening job. I don't know. But they are able to help themselves financially. Now you are teaching them financial stability. When you work, some parents will say, I want you to give me something toward utilities because you use the internet, you use light, you drink water, you bathe and all of that. So you're teaching them now responsibility. So let's say the light, the utilities is for, I'm just putting it roughly $200. I know it's more, it's supposed to be more than that, maybe. But let's say it's $200. You would say to that child, okay, so you eat, you you sleep, you, this is where you live, so you have to contribute now. You're earning something. I want you to give me $60 or $50 per week. What you can do is to put that $50 away for that child. And in the meantime, you're telling that child, now you have an account. I want you to save. Have a savings account that you only put money into that account to save. When you get older, I'm still here. Your dad may be still here. If you're a single mother or a single father, the dynamics may change. However, you're saying to that child, I want you to save. So you're taking $50 or $60 or however it is from that child, and you're teaching that child responsibility. When that child goes on his or her own, she's gonna have to fend for herself or himself. All right, so you're teaching them how to save and how to be responsible. Jackson, welcome. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Tomorrow is for the little ones, all right? Tomorrow is for my little friends. I should be probably looking after you guys tomorrow evening, all right? Looking out for you guys. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bernie. Welcome. Remember to hit the like as you join. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. Remember to hit like, guys. Remember to hit the like as you join, all right? Yeah. So the children, the dynamics change. Here they are now adults. And them being adults, they have now moved out and they're now on their own. They have to now pay the rent for themselves. Everything, have their own responsibility, a car, name it. Everything changed. You have now gotten older. All right? Maybe you're a single parent and living alone in that big, probably 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom. It may be that you are paying rent. What you would now do is to downscale or downsize. You have now gone into a smaller apartment because you're alone. Probably it's you and your husband. All right, I'm gonna take 2 rooms. We're gonna look for somewhere smaller. If it's your own house, maybe you're gonna sell that house and that 5 bedroom or 4 bedroom for maybe a 3 bedroom or maybe a 2 bedroom. All right, and you're okay with that because the family has gotten smaller. You have now grown. You guys can't work anymore. That's where you are now. You're living off your retirement funds. All right. The child. How do we decipher physical physical reliance? How do we decipher physical reliance to emotional connection? How do we do that? How? Looking at traditional versus modern. How do we look at that? So I have something here that I'm looking at. Historically, in the past, in times past, children were often viewed as our retirement plan. Can we look at it like that today? You dare not. No, they have their fair share of problems just like you had, and you had to fend for them. Now they have a family now of their own, and it is hard to fend for family. Maybe it's a single parent again. Maybe they have found themselves in single parent because most households, I believe, in this day, you might see single parents. In most cases, you might see single parents. So the time that we used to um, depend on our children as our pension, our old age pension, we cannot look at it like that anymore. They have their family, they have their own needs. Maybe that child, your child is sick. Maybe she's a healthy child. Maybe that child or those children, not all of them would have sick children. No. But what if they have a sick child? So they are always at the hospital. No. It changes the dynamics because sometimes you as a parent have to now help that child. So that $50 that you used to take from that child, you were saving it all along for that child. How beautiful it is. Now you're gonna say to that child, you know, you remember when you started working your first job and I said to give me $50 per week, and as time went on, maybe it went up, maybe not, but we're gonna keep it at the $50. No, that $50 that you have saved over the years from that child was about 15 and doing summer jobs. 15 till that child probably moves out at 20. So 5 years saving that $50. You have a neat little stash. It may not be much, but you have a neat little stash. I'm not a mathematician, so I don't know how much that money over the 5 years would accumulate to. All right, so probably 2005 or somewhere, I'm not sure. But anyhow, it's not much. But who knows what you can do with that money if you want to give it to that child no, or you want to let it sit for, we call it a rainy day. Whatever you choose to do with that, because you had already been saving for that child, and that child would have been saving for herself as well, or himself as well. No, remember to give a like, guys. Give a like. I just cut my thumb today, so let me use this one. Give a like, give a like, give a like, give a like. All right, so our children, if you save $50 every year, that is, no, it wouldn't be 120. $50 per week, 50 times 52, it's 52 weeks in a year, right? 5 5 is 25, so probably 2005 per year, maybe more than that per year. So for the 5 years, 2005, what am I saying? What am I saying? As I said, I'm not a mathematician. I would have to go and check it. I would have to go and check it. Let me see if I can check it. I am not as good like you guys. My brain is old, and even when I was younger, I still wasn't very good with math. So I'm not gonna pretend as if I am good. Nope, I'm not. So let's say 50 times 54. Right, $2,700 for the year. So multiply that, I think, by 5 times 5. How much would that be? 13,500, if my math is correct. So you have now 13,000. Who knows what that child can do with 13,000, right? Who knows? So neat little stash. So now you're looking at, back then they would have been our caregivers. Back home in Jamaica, where I'm from, that's how it is. All right. Even though my children who are there, they would love for me to be there, for them to take care of me, because some of them are working, some are not, because it's Jamaica. And my son, who does masonry, he builds house. Sometimes they will not pay him, sometimes they don't want to pay him. And that's Jamaica, where you just go on a site, work for somebody, and they pay you cash. They get cash paid. Unless you are a big man in the business and you have your construction business, they now have to pay you by check. And you and them draft a contract, and it's binding. But for the small men, that's not how it is. I haven't drunk water like that in a while. So back home in Jamaica, that is how it is. Where as you age, if I was in Jamaica, maybe I would still be working. Maybe I would be working. I don't know. But my children would not want me to work, because they're saying they are older now, and they are, so that's how my children are. They would tell me that, because even here, my children who are here, and it's only 2 of them, they would say to me, what you talking about work? You're sick. You are sick. Who am I to say otherwise, right? Okay, so here I notice it's not the same thing. Here you are, they is either they get someone to come and look after you, because they have to work. They are now adults, and living in this country, you have to work. There is no way around it. You have to work. If you're sick, you have to work. If you have a sick, dying mother, you have to work. Your rent have to be paid. Your bills have to be paid. Your rent have to be paid, and whatsoever other bills surrounding that must be paid. All right? So it's not like one time when our children would have been our pension. What is wrong with these people? I am replaying a video And the only ads that they can find to put on here is an ad for over an hour. The video that I'm replaying is a little bit over an hour, and I have gotten 3 ads so far. I had to skip the ad, the first one. I had to skip it. The second one, after I skipped that ad, came back immediately. Another 1 hour, over an hour. And this is the third ad. Now the video has started. The video is not even 5 minutes in. And this is another 1 hour and 14 minutes, 3 seconds. That's how long that ad is. YouTube. All right. The dynamics have really shifted over the years though, because now persons can get pension and their children can still help to look after them, but it's not the same. Yes, I got a lot of these ads. All 3 ads. It's my video that I'm replaying, not this live stream that I'm on now, a past video. And I skipped the ads twice because I saw that it was a 1 hour, and the live stream that I'm watching is a little bit over an hour as well. And so each time the video cuts, it's a 1 hour. So even 10 o'clock tonight, the 1 hour is not done yet. However, we cannot expect our children to take care of us the way how we would have liked, because they have their lives to live as well. They have their fair share of struggles, all right? But how do we navigate? How do we go around or take our feelings into all of that? The fact that we would want I would want my child or children to be there for me, not a stranger, because sometimes nobody now watch not ads so long. Am I thing that, you know, J Brown, am I replay on another, you know? But it is giving me 1 hour and 14 minutes 3 second ads. This is a whole video, and all the time, you know, most of what I get, Oprah. Most of the time it's Oprah ads, and her ads are like 48 or 58 minutes and 1 hour. The other day I got a 2 hour. You know, I'm not kidding you, I swear I'm not. I show it to Bless Life Journey. I got a video, an ad that was 9 hours long. 9 hours. I kid you not. No joke, JB. I had to show Bless, because me have to wonder if I'm getting crazy. I left I don't remember whose video I was playing, and I put it on and I left it. Several tabs were open on the laptop, and I left it running, and I went to check it back. When I went to check it back, the ad was already 3 hours. 3 hours. I kid you not. I showed it to Bless Life Journey. I showed it to her. I showed it to Bless. I said, now look at this. 9 hours, over 9 hours. And 3 hours gone already out of that 9 hours. And the video that I was playing for the person is 11 hours. And her video didn't even start as yet. The video that I'm supporting didn't even start. I don't know why YouTube do that. And I believe it's some people them do that too. And see it? It's only 5 minutes in. I'm gonna let it run for 15 minutes and then I'm skipping it. And I'm gonna tell you when another ad come up. How do we narrow down the guilt of how we feel when they cannot be able to be there for us? Some people will resent their children. Some people will resent and take it out on the caregiver. If you need a caregiver, because some persons as old as they are very independent and they don't want you to care nobody in them house come tidy up the house. They will do it themselves, and they will tell you that I don't need anyone to do it for me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna divert the phone that way. I'm gonna turn the phone that way and look at the chat from another device. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yes, so this year one almost done. I don't remember nothing. So I will tell you that you have older folks who will, even in their 70s, they're still up and about doing everything themselves. Going to the supermarket, they're going to driving themselves around, going to their own doctor visits. Their children don't live with them, they don't live under their roof, but they have to work. All right? So they don't want anyone coming into their homes to do anything for them. And that is just the way it is. As I was saying, they have their own family to take care of. They have their own needs to take care of. So what legacy do we leave for them? You send them to school. You see to it that they would have now become productive human beings in society. You have taught them respect. You have given them you have motivated them. Even if you did not have wealth to leave with them, what you have given to them via sending them to school and encouraging their own well-being, that is legacy right there. You don't solely depend on them. You are still able to function. You're still able to help yourself. You're still able to carry out your normal duties. You have given that child independence. You have taught that child authentic living. You don't want that child to become who you are, to emulate you. You want that child to be him or herself, developing into what he or she wants to be. Not, I am a a nurse, so you have to be a nurse just like me, and you have to be this person just like me. No, that child needs to know who he or she is. You cannot dampen them and hold them down to become the person you are. So that's your legacy. You have given them an identity. Excuse me. You have given that child an identity. That child is not a carbon copy of anyone. That child is an original product. That child is truly who that child was meant to be, because you did not you shaped that young life into who he or she is. You have shaped that life, and now you would have seen the benefits when you see who that young man has become, that young woman has become, and you are also proud. Yes, you may see some traits coming out, and you say, boy, that's how I was, that's just how I was. It's not intended for that child to become you, but that child is unique, because that child is, even though that child is her own being or his own being, but that child is not your replica. That child is who he or she was meant to be. That's the legacy that you have given to that child. Now, what do you think of material versus material? Somebody's smoking, my God. Material things are valuables. No. Some parents treat them like that with no respect and expect them. When you treat your children without respect, they're not gonna come and respect you. No, they are not. And perhaps, Liam, I can end this live stream and do a short type your name. Perhaps I can when I'm done. Liam says some parents treat them like that and with no respect and expect them not to act the same to their kid. It's true. Some parents are very disrespectful to their children, and then they expect their children to have respect to them. I know that it is what is expected, but if you are always disrespectful to your child, you're going to expect to get the same disrespect. And that child is going to pass down that very same trait. That child is going to hand down that legacy. That's the legacy that parent, I have handed that down to you. You have now handed it down to your child. It has to be broken at some point. What legacy are we actually leaving behind for our children? What are we really giving to them? What are we saying to them? When they grow up, who are they becoming? If you are that type of person who is short, who has a lot of shortcomings, then I would not expect to see. I'm not that type of parent though, however. So I don't know how those minds think. So shifting the dynamics from material or valuable, leaving them, you're leaving them an inheritance. Instead of leaving those children, um with a positive mindset, we try to leave them with materialistic things. You leave them a house, you leave them your cars, and you give them so much material stuff. But in the beginning, when they were younger, JB, bless up, when they were younger, you never give them what they needed to get. You never teach them to be respectful to people. When they disrespect people and they come home to you, you tell them, yes, it's okay, 15 minutes. I'm gonna end it right here. Skip that. 1 minute and 3 seconds. JB, from I am sitting here, the video is 1 minute and 3 seconds. My video, 1 minute 3 seconds. So passing down from physical wealth or a family business to emotional resilience. Teach that child how to become upstanding citizens. I'm not saying that you're not going to leave them with, when you look at legacy, you think of materialistic things. I'm going to have to get another bottle of water. When you think about materialistic things, you're looking at a house, or you didn't have a house, you rented a house. So whatever is inside the house, you're a person who loves a lot of jewelry, hand and neck and foot and all over. You know, you have a lot of jewelry, expensive jewelry. That's what you were into. So you leave those things for your children. You don't have a house, but you have a lot of expensive jewelry. And maybe you had a car, you have a car, you take care of that car, you have handed it down, stuff like that. Those are materialistic. We need to leave a legacy where our children can hand it down, keep handing it down. There you go, JB. Yeah, over 1 hour, 1 minute and 3 seconds. Let me tell you how far it is now. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. That video is now. And believe me, before it reaches 10 minutes, may I go tell you again about another ad. Another 1 hour ads. Very rare. Very, very seldom. You will get an ad that is 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Those ads, you don't skip those ads. But what, all right, JB, what did I just tell you? Look here. I don't know if you're seeing it. Let me turn the camera around. Look here. I just said it, right? Oprah. Look. Look. Can you see how long that video is? 40 minutes and 14 seconds. 40 minutes and 14 seconds. And the video that I'm watching, as I said, it's mine. Auntie Hannah story time. See it there? Auntie Hannah story time. And see there, Oprah Winfrey. Me just talk about it. 40 minutes, 14 seconds. All right. Now this is the fourth video, the fourth ads. The fourth ads. Yeah, see it there? Oprah podcast. Oprah podcast. 40 minutes. So when this goes to 15 minutes again, I'm skipping it. Maybe 10 minutes. This is ridiculous. I'm happy that I showed it to you. Probably if you heard me saying it. And I said maybe when it reach 10 minutes or before it reach 10 minutes, the video not catch 5 minutes in my video when I watch it. Not reach 5 minutes. Nobody is going to watch it. So imagine, as I was saying, you have one device and you want to support people. You're not going to watch your ads. It's impossible. It's impossible. You have one device. You want to give that person, let's say, 5 minutes or probably 10 minutes. As you click on the video, is a 1 hour ads. All right, let we get this discussion out of the way, and let me see if we can spend half hour with Liam and the little ones. So we should not be thinking about just material things to pass down, to hand down these things. Your nice gown and your fur this and your fur that and the expensive leather shoes and all of them something there and the expensive things in the house. It's not all about that. It's the principles that you have set for those ones. It's the respect that you have taught them, how to deal with people. It's how you have the mindset that you have given to them. That is the legacy that you are passing down. Not just wealth, but you have given them values. I don't mean valuables, values. That person has values, has morals. That person has principles. No. As parents age, there's a reversal that happens where children are now our parents. I can attest to that. I can attest to that. JB, I can attest to that. My children are now my parents. My children are now my parents. Mommy, you eat from morning? What you eat today? They want to know what did I eat. And I must make sure. No, but me understand why I said no one is going to watch it. I know. That's okay, J Brown. Me understand why you're tight. No worry yourself. J Brown, we are now the children. We are not the parents anymore. Right now, I am the child. I can speak for myself. I am the child. Mommy, why you have to do that? Mommy, why? And this morning I was eating a mango and my son came into my room and he hold up my face and he said, look how your face dirty. Look how your face nasty with mango. JB, I'm here the pit now, you know. When me go over my daughter, it's the same thing. I am the child. When my children call me from Jamaica, I am the child. So the narratives, there's a shift, there's a change where we are now, as parents, as adult parents, we are now the children. And we do go back to that child stage if we are lucky enough to live until we are old, because you can notice that our young people are not living until them old anymore, you know. They are dying. And they are dying young. And I'll be at the picnic now, you know. The other day my daughter sent me a little post. Growing our parents is the hardest thing to do. Growing our parents. Going through the same thing. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much for those floating hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So our children now feel the need to parent the parents. That's where we are. So I'm honored to be at this age and to see my children have now started to parent me. Mommy, what you want? What do you want me to buy for you? Where you stuff like that? And they want to take me here, they want to take me there. They want to they're holding my hand when I'm going across the street. My son, he would never allow me, if we are ever walking like on this side, even in the complex, he's putting me on the inside and he's walking on the outside. When you're walking with a child and you hold your child's hand and you put that child, you protect that child by you being on the outside, the roles have shifted, roles change. That's where I am now. But parents should still be treated with respect, with dignity. They should not have their dignity taken from them, because my friends leave so quickly. When they leave the thumbs up gone. And some parents very hard to deal with, you know. When you're growing up parents, sometimes it can be very hard, because some parents are very difficult to deal with. 7 minutes into this video, 7 minutes into this, but me now 1 minute over 10 minutes because YouTube too wicked. All right, if you treat them with protection, they want to protect you too, knowing that you will be safe. I know that is what it is, Liam. I know that's what it is. They are protecting me. They are now my protectors. So as our children age, they now have their family. They are now adults in their own space. Yes, man, some parents wicked. Some parents are awful, very awful. They stress their children. When they are younger, I can tell you, I don't stress my children. I can tell you, JB, you're there here and you see. You're there here with me on a lot of my live streams. And you see how me and my son interact. Now, if I was that type of wicked parents, you think my son would have come bother me so much? No. Mm-mm. We expect too much. Some parents expect, let me not say we, because I am not that type of person. Some parents, when they get older, they expect too much. I am down to 5 thumbs up now, from 8 to 5. They expect too much of their children. We have to realize that they now have their families to take care of. They have a husband, they have their own children. Probably these parents are now in their 20s, 30s, 40s. They cannot take up a troublesome parent. A parent who make everything be a problem. Everything is a problem to that parent. Everything bothers that parent. The children them can't make noise in the house.
So we have everything back in stock. We have some new stuff as
Everything is a problem to those children, to those parents. And the children, the poor children, they are the children are just stressed out about these things. So guess what happened?
listen, it's either
Let me see something. Hold on. We should not be putting ultimatum on our children. Yes, JB, that is it. Yes, man, that is it. So we have to be mindful that even though they are our children, they are no longer children. Yes, they are those human beings, you brought them here. But we should not stress them and force them because that's what it would seem like you're forcing them to take care of you, to always be there. You're calling them for no reason sometimes, and you need to get here now. Some parents can be so mean. They have their own lives to live. 12 minutes, all right, skip. They have their own 3 minutes and 43 seconds, JB. 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Let's see the other video. I'm not a parent, but a kid will give you a hard time. But a kid will give you a hard time. I'm not a parent, but a kid will give you a hard time if you give them a hard time. It's true. It is true. Liam, you are so wise. Your parents grow you very well. You are already cut out to be somebody prominent in society. Your parent did a very good job with you. Tell your mommy or your daddy I said congratulations. They have done well. When you're there for the good one, will be there for you. In the time of need. Not too much of us can say that. Some oil, they must see a tar the road out the sun. The tar, the scent. 4:55. Let me see if it go to 10 minutes without interruptions. So parents have to, our children now who are now adults, they have to now be they have to prioritize. It's their children first. It's their children first and foremost. We live with life already. I have told my children, just let me go in peace. I'm sick. I am sick. And I don't want this to be a burden to you. You will get over it. The grieving will end. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, JB. But it's just what it is. The adult children have to prioritize their time for their children and their spouses. And there's no doubt about that. Their children, their families are first and foremost. I brushed on this part earlier. Breaking generational cycles of trauma and obligation. There was a time when we would look, definitely. Yes, true, JB, true. Facts, my brother. Unconditional love versus transactional love. Unconditional love versus transactional love. Let me see. Our children, we have to realize that our children didn't ask to be here. We made that decision. We made that decision. Our children did not ask to be here. What did I say, JB? All right, this one is not so bad. It's 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Another ads. Another ads, JB. 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Our children didn't ask to be here. We chose to bring them here. So we should care for them, love them unconditionally. Not when they grow big. We don't care for them. You see a lot of fathers, they don't care for their children. A lot of mothers too. It's not only fathers. Women leave their children on the men. Hi Ruby, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hello Hannah and chat. We'll replay what I missed. Welcome my darling. Welcome Ruby. Welcome. My heart kind of crooked, my heart not so straight, but it's a heart anyway. It's the heart that I have. It's the heart that I have, Ruby. Love you, my sweetheart. Love you. Thank you for being here. So, it, our children, it doesn't matter if it's your children or not. You have to give respect to earn. You have to earn your respect. You give respect in order to receive respect. If it's your children, you have to show them respect. You have to show them love. You can't just have your children here and there is no love. You just bring them and they have to go and fend for themselves as soon as you leave them in the house and you're gone about your business, gone play domino, you're gone play ludo, or you're gone gamble, and you leave your children. Yes, they don't owe us anything. Busy but half pop in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you. So, saying that to say, as I was saying earlier, you have women who leave the children and the men. And you don't, when Mother's Day, you notice how everybody come out for the mothers, even the workless one, them happy Mother's Day. There's a big hullabaloo about Mother's Day. But when it's Father's Day, it's so quiet. It is so hush hush. And I don't think it is fair. I really don't think it is fair. Give unto every man what is due. You have a lot of worthless women out there who don't care for their children. They don't look after their children. I say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are worthy, who are good mothers, good parents, good people, good humans in society. But to the ones who worthless and careless, me not have nothing to say to them. And then the children sometimes end up just like them. The children did not receive the love, and they don't know if they did not receive love, how can they give love? And you have some men who are it's just a vice versa thing. Absentee fathers, absentee mothers. And when those children gets older, they expect those children now to come and shower them. Their mother is sick. I've seen it so many times. Mother sick, mother never did that for children, but now mother sick, and this child who the mother was never there for take up that responsibility. The man who was never there for those children, he is now benefiting. He has never been to one parent teachers meeting. She has never been to one parent teachers meeting. She's not there when the child is being rude, but make somebody lick her pitney. Make another pitney. That the pitney are fast with one next pitney. You will hear the hullabaloo at school. If a teacher tried to discipline that child, you hear the hullabaloo at school. All right? So, our children don't owe us anything. And as you get older, you get wiser. I did not have anything to leave for my children, but I made sure to secure a piece of property. Did not secure it when they were younger, but they have a piece of property where them, it's not much, but they can sell it or do whatever because they have their own lives to live. Liam says, most people think that since mothers gave birth and went through the birth, they need the day more. Thank you. It should be equal. The same energy, especially, let me say, especially if it's should I say especially if it's a house where mother and father lives, doesn't matter. If it's a house where mommy alone lives, doesn't matter. If it's a home where daddy alone lives with the child, doesn't matter. A parent who is there for their child should be shown respect, should be respected. And here is Rushing Wind saying hi to you, Liam. So, saying that to say this, Our children don't owe us nothing. All right. A lot of people will not share the same sentiments as I do, but those days are gone. Those days where we expect our children to come and take care of us, those days are gone. All right. A lot of people, it's since I came here, I am seeing a lot of persons today, older folks, older than me, old till them bend, working still, packing shelves, monitoring cashiers, older folks. All right. I think I may need to. Let me try to get myself a little more situated. Ah, um, JB says, I always tell people it's not about the money and material things. It is the time we spend with them. That is what they remember. Money is important, yes, but not like the time we spend with them. That's right. Money is important. We're not saying that money is not important. Money is very important. And material things are important too. But sometimes we focus on the wrong things too much. And we lose sight, we lose perspective. All right. When my foot is down there, too much insect biting me up. Not supposed to get those kind of bites. Ruby says, I don't know, but my kids seem to give me a little more special attention. Guess it's because I was the one who bear the pain to have them. Well, sometimes daddy get a lot of love more than mommy. Sometimes, but I can tell you, probably because I have always been the breadwinner. In most cases, children are always close with mommy. But I have a daughter, and her children, they love her to pieces. But daddy, I guess because them never do nothing wrong for him. But it's all about daddy. It's all about daddy. Maybe it will change as they get older. Who knows? Yes, the good one. Thank you, JB. Thank you. So, let me say that we owe our children more than how they owe us, and that's my opinion. You can differ. All right? Why? Because our children didn't ask us to be here, but while they are here, and as children growing up, it's our responsibility to leave a legacy for them. And I don't mean material stuff. All right? It is our it is our responsibility to take care of those young minds, to those young impressionable minds, give them a positive start in life because we are their first teacher. Our classroom is the first classroom that they will ever be in. All right? And when they get their homework, it is us who have those homework to deal with. When they are looking for a real mentor, we should be the first mentor that they see. Have to admit to them that is never wrong. Oh my goodness. That's good though. That's good. That's good, Ruby. All right. So you know, my mindset has changed drastically, because I was thinking at one time that when I grow older, I am okay. I want my children to take care of me. And now that I am older and they are all adults, I think it's unfair because they have their family. They have their family to take care of. No, I am just an extra bag. They don't want to hear me say nothing about baggage. They don't want to hear me say nothing about burden. They don't want to hear those words out of my mouth. Mommy, me did tell us you're a burden. Oh, what do you, mommy? So me have to take time to talk. Understand? So they don't want to hear those words coming from my mouth. And when I said to my daughter that I wish I could do more for them, mommy, you have done so much. One of my daughter, um, just one, has been to college. She has done. She did her bachelor's the other day. She did her bachelor's. My one of my other not that they don't have subjects, but they didn't go to college. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right. I was on a call. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So we get that out of the way. Here is another ads again, but this one is short. 1 minute. Not bad. Not bad. My goodness. So, which point was this? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do all of these pointers that I have here, but addressing the growing trend of adult children. How do we, shorter ad, right? How do we set boundaries? Um, all right. How should I put this one? Your children, remember now, there's a saying, seven brothers, seven different mind. And when they start fighting, when they have a disagreement, how do we go about those? How do we? I have my fair share, I've had my fair share. So having 9 children, every one of them have their own mindset. Everybody think differently. Some is more mature than some. Some not ready for mature yet, none at all. So everybody have their own personality. Now, when there's a conflict, how do we deal with that amicably? How do we go about those? Where we don't choose or prefer this one point over that one point. How do we um, go about that? And I will just cut it short. It's all about respect. It's all about being fair. It's all about being honest. As a parent, we have to be honest with our children, and you don't give anybody any curry favor. You don't, because you prefer this child over that one. If that one is wrong, the one where you prefer, let that child know that he or she is wrong. And sometimes, because that child feels he's not preferred or she's not preferred, that's why she gets that angle. I have a daughter who she's kind of rough around the edges. She rough and she rough bad. I always fight with my brother and he always whips me. Never win one of the fight. Lord, JB, I who stir up the fight there? Are you stir up the fight there, you know? Are you stir up the fight because you decide say you have to win him one at a time? Don't. And that child, when I tell her the truth, she don't like it. She say, yes, me did know. Me did know say that me I go here. If you are wrong, I cannot tell you that you are right. If you are wrong, and I will tell you where you go wrong or how you went about it wrong. But she no want hear say she wrong at all. And because of her temperament, she's always getting that side because of how she is. But what can we do? Still be fair, still be honest. Well, you could have, yes, I understand what you're saying, but you could have handled it differently. It still didn't have to escalate. All right? So we still have to be fair. We still have to be loving. We are still parents. And as old as we are, they are still coming to mommy for advice. They are still going to daddy for advice. The other day, one of my daughters called me and she was asking advice on something. And she said, you see, that's why you can't go nowhere for now, you know. Because if you did gone, who me would have to call and ask? The last one I did win because me lick him down with a stone. Murder. JB, you know, easy. Ah, boy. Well, say you have to win one. If it no matter how you win, but you have to win. All right. In this day and age, having our children and with how society is now, it's not like back in the day. So we have to look at the cultural differences when they go out and the different shifts, the different. Okay, my darling. Thank you so much for your time. We have to look at everything because in this life that we are facing today, there are a lot of hurdles, psychological aspects of it, the cultural aspects of it, and the different aspects, the different aspects that we face because our children goes out. Now they are traveling from country to country. I mean, from different regions, all right? And they are meeting with different people and they just might like that culture. And it's just a lot of different balances or imbalances to this. So, as society evolves, the tradition may seem to somewhat dim. Really? That's good. That's good, man. When we're talking, we talk from now on until next year. All right, JB. I hear you, my boss. All right, JB. Look at this again. Look at this. Look at this. You see this other ad? 1 hour 17 minutes. And this is one of two ads. One of two ads, 1 hour and 17 minutes. Sometimes I get a video that is 30 something minutes, 30 something minutes long. And when I'm ready to check back that the progress of where that, let me drop this. Oh God. When I'm ready to check back where that video is. Eh, 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 eh. Where do you hear my boss?
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm okay, honey. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm tired.
I know you are.
We won our game today.
You won?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't lose. We
Awesome.
haven't lost a game.
Awesome. 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 Thank you.
Why looking so beautiful?
I don't know.
Oh, my.
I don't know. Thank you.
I get that eye cloth away. The best make it thing them.
Me I go work back on it again tomorrow.
Yeah. Why?
Go look on the store.
Why you eat?
Go look on the store.
Why you eat?
You see the same thing me I talk about, JB?
Why you eat?
You hear? You hear for yourself? What you eat? Me tell us you made the thing now, you know. Me tell you to go look on the stove.
I ask you.
Alright.
Now how's it smell fishy?
Saltfish. Me fry it and put there's something there over here. Some left in the pot.
Why not?
The sauce.
What sauce? Pepper sauce?
Mm-hmm.
The one where the
Bad
pepper
man,
seed
big
them?
up yourself.
Big up yourself, my boss.
Alright. So as society evolves, looking at it, you can look at pot on the stove. Things change, society change, people change, everything in life changes as time progresses. So where children were once expected to sacrifice, and I use this sacrifice not very strongly, but what they are to give up then in their personal lives to care for aging for parents changes, all right, and it's being replaced by, they would say, a healthier model of respect. But in this day and age, when we would have once wanted to see children taking care of us, some parents, some children still take care of their, some children still does. Nothing can stop that from happening. So some parents, some children still do take care of their parents, and it's a joy for them to do so. While the trajectory change in many instances. So things have changed drastically so. So the greatest legacy is not leaving behind children who feel burdened by our expectations that they didn't meet, or by financial needs, or even emotional unhealed wounds, those wounds that we still carry. But the true legacy is fostering children to be independent, emotionally mature, who choose to remain connected to us as parents, not out of obligation, not out of um, not out of force or I'm not sure the word I'm looking for right now. I will find the word after I end. But they choose to remain out of genuine love, respect, genuine love, genuine love, unconditional love and respect. Not by guilt. That's the word I'm looking for. Not by guilt. And not because they feel that they have to do this, it's their duty. So when we reevaluate, some people might think it requires parents to understand that we need to allow children to live their lives unhindered. We don't need to burden them down with our burdens. We just need to let them be. Find a place where we are independent enough and where our children can foster healthy relationships to pass on their legacy to their children. Our legacy should be love, respect, not manipulation. Leave manipulation out of it. But love your child unconditionally. All right? And in so doing, that love, you will see that love being reciprocated to you. Not out of guilt, not out of duty, but out of unconditional love. My mother was there, my father was there for me, and I'm not going to give up on them. I am not going to leave them. So let us take a look at these things. Let us look deeply into these young people now are having children. I'm sure that they don't have the same mindset that our older folks had. Our older folks had their children to take care of them. They were not sent into homes. They were taken care of by their own children. Yes, they were taken care of by their own children. And I don't know if that's going to be the trajectory for very long, because it's here that I know that parents are sent off into homes to be cared for. In the children have taken everything that they have, and now the children sent them off into assisted living and all of these things. Where is the love? Where is the compassion? Where is the empathy? So let us leave legacies for our children so that they too can leave legacy for their children. It was a pleasure having you all here this evening. It was really wonderful sharing with you all, and you sharing also with me. So guys, I must end right here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have another live stream typing the names. It's almost 2 hours in. JB, thank you so much. Liam, thank you so much for being here. Ruby, thank you, my darling, and all my viewers and subscribers who have passed through earlier. I really do appreciate you all stopping by with me this evening. It was a pleasure having you all. Thank you so much. I don't think I'm gonna be bothered. I could have maybe an hour typing your names. I set it up from the other day. Perhaps I could. Let's see. JB, bless up yourself. Good night, JB. Good night, my love. Good night. Have a good night. Have a very good night. Have an awesome night. See you somewhere again soon, JB. Thank you. Thank you, Ruby. And everyone else who was here. I appreciate your time. See you all. I'm just gonna let it go to. See you later. Okay, Liam. I may come right back. I may just start the other one typing your names. I just may do that. That one, you won't hear my voice. That one will be silent. Thank you so much, Rushing. It's gonna go to 2 hours and then I'll end it. I am at 1:59. Good night, JB from Rushing Wind. Oh, Lord. I love to see the fountain at night. So beautiful. Good night, my friends. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.